What's going on, people? First of all, I want to thank y'all for keeping up with the videos. You guys been digging the random rants about random video games and stuff like that. So I'll make some more. Today we got Borderlands 4, you feel me? This is a loot shooter. Basically, you go from place to place, you shoot a bunch of people, you get stronger weapons, and then you do a mission, and then wash, rinse, repeat. Here's the setup I got going on. Your boy is a little overpowered. I ended up beating the game like around level 34, something like that. The max level that you could get is level 50. And to be honest, I have like at least currently today, at least like 34 hours in the game, something like that. Actually, like less than 30, something like that. And the game really didn't start getting good until like the 15-hour mark. And I kind of have a problem with that. I'm not going to lie, this game is built for monkeys. Like if you just want mindless shooters when you just do the same thing over and over again and shoot the same type of enemies over and over and over again. This is your game. You know, this is me coming from my last loot shooter, Destiny. I love that game. I was obsessed with that game. And I like the idea of just doing the same mission over and over again until you get better loot. That's just my thing. Basically, I'm going to rapid fire a bunch of stuff I don't like about this game and some things I do like about it. But we're going to start off with the plot. This game takes itself so seriously and forces the player to listen to these irrelevant plot lines from these characters. And you basically just stand around and listen for a character or NPC to talk to you for like 2 minutes every 10 minutes. I think the game is like, 40 hours long or something like that. If you really want 100% everything, it's probably more than that. But at least 10 of those hours of you just standing around, punching the screen and punching like, just hearing the NPC talk. And that almost like made me not want to play that game. I think when I was around like level 10, it got old. I got tired of it. I already got sick of it. I was like, okay, can I just play the game? Like, it's a loot shooter. Let me loot and shoot. I don't want to sit there and get interrupted every freaking moment while I'm doing a mission and hear some lame ass die. I just do not care. Let me go back to the game. So Borderlands' biggest selling point is that they have like a bazillion guns. Like it's literally in the ad and they say, we have a bazillion guns. But in reality, it's like 4 weapon classes and the same type of weapon with a different like color on it. For example, like all the shotguns, if you have one shotgun, you've had them all. I think the only like, you have legendaries in this game. You get drops, blue, purple, white, and legendary. And 9 times out of 10, you're better off just focusing on the purple drops and the legendary drops because a lot of the loot that you get in this game is trash. But the part that brings me back into the game is how you can play the same boss over and over and over again, wash, rinse, repeat until you get the loot that you want. And that's what I like. I don't know why. Am I a stupid monkey that appreciates like mindless gameplay? A little bit. Maybe this game is just like a way of fueling my gambling addiction. You know, I don't gamble in real life with real money, but in this game, I kind of feel like, okay, if I kill this boss 10 more times, maybe I'll get a good loot drop. And then you finally do, and then you get stronger, and then you do it all over again. Some of the things in this game that kind of missed the mark. I kind of wish there was more platforming. There's this cool whip that you get. Basically, it's like a Spider-Man mechanic, and there's like specific targets that you could hit scattered throughout the entire map. I kind of wish it was more free when you can just attach it to everything. Like imagine swinging across a map like Spider-Man while you're shooting NPCs. Like I think that would be cool. They kind of missed the mark on that. It took a while for this game to get good. Like I said, the difficulty, I'm playing on hard mode and I really didn't feel challenged. In the beginning when I didn't like farm the bosses, I played the game like normally, like I just did the main missions and I just kept dying and my weapons were always not good enough. And I went on YouTube. I'm like, okay, how's everybody getting this crazy loot? And like the only legit way is just playing the same boss. Once you find a boss and it's like the easiest boss in the game, you guys could look it up on YouTube. You could just sit there farm for like an hour. And by the end of that, you'll have like a pretty decent like set of weapons and armor and all that crap that you can use. After beating the game, first of all, let's talk about the boss, right? The boss was really underwhelming. Like for the timekeepers, the main enemy and the big boss and all that crap, I probably killed him in maybe 10 minutes tops. And I was even OP. Like I was actually like 2-3 levels under the level cap or where the level of the difficulty was. And I still didn't have a problem. Now, does the game have to be hard for it to be entertaining? No, like it's still a good game. But a lot of the content, especially the end game content, it's a little disappointing. The only thing that keeps me coming back is trying to make my character as OP as possible. So when you level up, you do get skill points, and then you get this thing called specialization. When you get, it's like basically another skill point, skill tree, when you can make your character like run faster, have better health, reload faster. Like what keeps me coming back to this game is trying to make my character a freaking god, like OP, just one shotting everybody. And I just want to basically break the game and see how, you know, you want to push the limits of the game as to get your character strong as hell. That's what keeps me coming back. And like I go on YouTube and I see a lot of people have crazy ass builds, and just like I take a little bit of everything and then I do my own thing. I will say this game does give you a lot of power to like do anything you want as far as customizing your character, which strengths you want. Do you want your character to be a tank? Do you want them to be fast as hell? Okay, Borderlands, they hit the mark with that. Now, as far as the size of the map, it doesn't really feel that big. That's kind of another problem I have with the game. Like, a lot of the world feels kind of empty. You know, you get this little hover car thing, and you could drive, and it feels really good driving the hover car like throughout the map. You know, I kind of wish you could have more customization to like making your car faster, do certain challenges where you could unlock car parts to make it go faster or stronger. I think they kind of missed the mark with that. For a game that has so much customization for your character, they could have done more with the vehicles in this game. But at the end of the day, like, this game is a grind fest. Like, if you really want to play the game right in order to really enjoy Borderlands for what it is, you're not going to enjoy it until 10 hours into the game when you finally have a decent set of weapons and armor and skill trees. So it's like, hey, play our game. It's not going to get good until you put 10 hours into it. But after that, that's when it finally picks up. That's a problem. Like, this is a $70, $80 game. I forgot how much it is, but it's like, I mean, look at Destiny, for example. That's another grind fest, but you actually feel rewarded. On top of that, there's a PvP. Like, you could play it online and multiplayer, and the weapons that you get grinding actually is useful online and multiplayer. A lot of the shooting in this game feels really clunky. The guns feel really like generic. Like, even though it has this comic book like gamey animated art style, which I guess is cool. You know, I don't really care about the graphics, but just make the game feel good. Like, Destiny is like what, like a 10-year-old game or something like that. And there's older games that hit the mark. Like, look at Call of Duty. You know, they've been doing it for years. I just want to feel more fluid, you know, jumping around. And even with my sensitivity cranked all the way, the game feels so clunky, and it takes a while to get used to. Like, even Destiny has some stiff controls, but you're more you have more fluidity. Like, you can move around more. The guns feel better. I don't know. That's my biggest problem with that. Now, as far as the future of Borderlands, I hope the DLC is interesting. Like, I don't really care about the plot. I really don't. But if it's a funny plot and it's interesting, you know, I'll do a mission and I'll actually pay attention. But let me skip the way you can skip cutscenes in this game, but you can't skip in-game dialogue. Like, that's so annoying to me. But after beating the main story, the only thing that I want is giving me the option to do the same missions, but increase the difficulty and give me better loot. Like, if I'm willing to play the game all over again and do the same exact missions, make it harder, make the characters, you know, make the enemies more difficult, add gimmicks, and I'll keep coming. You know, I'll keep playing the game like the monkey that I am and just playing brainless loot simulators and weapon loot. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, that's a short little mini rant about Borderlands. I've been liking these longer videos, and if you guys dig them, I'm gonna keep making more and just talking random crap. I've been playing a lot of Tekken lately. If y'all want to check me out over there, I don't have time to stream because your boy has been busy, so it's gonna be a while before I start streaming again. But stay tuned, more content coming soon. When I get my setup ready, y'all gonna expect more videos. But until then, I'm gonna just do little short rant videos, or depending on how long this is. But yeah, guys, I'll see you on the flip side. Like, if they really patch this game and I'm trying to talk 1 more minute to hit the 10-minute mark. But if they really want to fix this game, this is exactly what they need to do. Add harder missions, give me cooler weapons. Because if you have one assault rifle, you've had them all, whether they're legendary or not. It's kind of boring as far as, and here's the thing, like, when you get better loot, it's like, okay, this weapon is 3% faster reloads than this weapon, or this one's like, it's such a grind, and people like the grind. People like, and I'm just like them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like doing the same shit over and over again and getting rewarded for grinding. But in this game, you don't really feel as rewarded, but when you do, it feels good. It's okay, I've been grinding for an hour and I have 2 decent weapons that one shot. Okay, that's fine. But I don't know, I'm just rambling now. Okay, I'm in the video. Peace.